like you talked about like Reality Steve and like a video, I think after that, it was just like, okay, there's like irreparable damage,
Months after the announcement of their shocking split, Bachelor in Paradise star Serene Russell shares the reason her and Brandon Jones broke up, and it's one you won't believe. What's up, guys? It's Kayla Thompson. Welcome back to Shared News. We're getting into some pretty crazy and shocking Bachelor Nation news today, so make sure you buckle up. Go ahead and like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss any Bachelor Nation news, pop culture news, reality TV, music, and so much more. Back in May of this year, beloved Bachelor in Paradise couple Serene Russell and Brandon Jones announced that they were ending their engagement and breaking up. Now, this, of course, came by a huge shock to everyone who watched the season of Paradise, because they were not only the strongest couple on the beach since day one, but one of the strongest couples we've probably seen in recent seasons of Paradise. Now, at face value, their joint breakup post seemed amicable. It included a carousel of beautiful photos and videos of just great times that they shared together. And the caption included them just saying how much of a hard decision this was for them to make. They needed their time and space to get past it, the usual stuff. So to someone like me, at the time when I saw the post, of course I was heartbroken and really sad because I loved the two of them together. But it just seemed like, hey, they tried their best, and it just was one of those things where it just didn't work out. But fast forward months later now to the present, Serene actually breaks her silence going on Caitlin Bristow's podcast off Vine and gave a lot more insight on what actually caused the split. She started off by saying, quote, "We both had things we could have done better in the relationship. It was something that we were both very much still in, and we had gone to therapy too, which was really cool."
So like, it's not this like simple thing that like, oh, it just didn't work. Like we, tried to give ourselves the tools and like set ourselves up for success, but like there were just ultimately so many things. And then, like you talked about like Reality Steve and like a video, I think after that, it was just like, okay, there's like irreparable damage,
Now, Caitlin definitely assisted in kind of opening up what this was, and it actually, come to find out, was a video that surfaced of Brandon with another woman. Now, Serene went on to say that she at first didn't pay too much attention to the video because it was sent to her by a stranger in her DMs. But then someone from her season sent her the video saying, "This is something you should look at." Now, we obviously don't know the exact details of what did or didn't happen exactly on this video. I haven't seen it. We don't know what happened before it was filmed, after it was filmed, and Serene didn't go into any nitty-gritty details of it. But she did tell Caitlin that Brandon was very apologetic and that they did try their best to move past it, but just couldn't. So, not gonna lie, guys, I was insanely shocked when I read this, when I watched the podcast, because I never thought that Brandon, of all people, would be someone to be accused of something like this and seemingly make this big of a mistake and against Serene, who he was so openly and deeply in love with on Paradise. It just didn't make sense in my brain, and it still doesn't really make much sense, to be honest. But after watching the podcast, I can definitely say Serene was insanely graceful and careful about how she shared the information, clearly garnering an amount of respect towards Brandon, which I think says a lot. She ended the podcast saying that she really wishes him the best and wants him to be happy. So I think it's obvious that, whatever was irreparable in their relationship, whatever he did, it happened. He made the mistake. I don't think there's any question of, the infidelity that probably was there with, hence him being with another woman in this video. But like I said, Serene was super graceful and actually very respectful in how she shared the information. She did get really emotional about how she lost herself in the sadness of the breakup. So much so that she had to move home and kind of find herself again.
I didn't listen to music for a month, and that's like a huge, music is how I process things. I've never felt that depressed in my life.
So it was pretty hard to hear, pretty hard to watch, but it does seem like, months later, it is October now. She does seem like she's in a way better place. She's gone to therapy. She feels like she even could be ready to get back into the dating scene. So good on Serene. I'm so proud of how she carried herself in this entire interview on Caitlin's podcast. I think she just carries so much grace and just respect. And, she didn't drag Brandon's name through the mud. She said she still thinks well of him as a person. He's just not her person. And that was just something that they couldn't come back from. It's definitely unfortunate to hear, though. Overall, it's just a sad situation. I mean, especially because it's Brandon and Serene. They were such a beloved couple on Paradise and of the franchise. So it's just disheartening to hear that something like this happened between two people like them. So with that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. There's a lot to kind of go through with that. So let me know what you're thinking. And don't forget before you go to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss any news from us. Once again, I'm Kayla Thompson. You can follow me on Instagram or on TikTok. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you very soon.